My name's Mike Morgan. I live in Wartrace, Tennessee. I'm building a ChampTruck for the 2015 race season, Mack truck, and this here is my race truck. Been in the trucking business as a technician and / driver part-time for one of my small home businesses. Probably about the last 20 years, but mainly been working for Mack trucks the entire time. We're looking at a 99 model Mack truck. We're running a later model MP7 Mack engine, which is Mack's smallest engine that they make nowadays. It's pretty much streamlined down to a basic engine right now, no emissions. And we're going to run a Mack 300 series 5-6-speed transmission. The truck's been shortened up. We got the truck in 2 halves. As my wife would say, we're a little nuts. I traded 2 good trucks for 2 halves of a truck. And she couldn't understand why. We were moving to try and get a newer chassis, a newer model truck to build for the ChampTruck series. Okay. Of course, we have to put a safety roll cage inside the truck with safety seats. There's a 2-inch DOM in there, 20 wall, about 135 feet of it in there. We have to have window netting, removable steering wheel. The truck's getting pretty much gutted. It's a basic truck chassis without all the frills. There's no fuel tanks, all your extra stuff, your extra chrome, anything's hanging on the side of the trucks gets removed. Everything gets put pretty much inboard. On the sides of the truck we have safety bars here on the side. There's 2-inch by 2-inch 120 wall square tubing behind here, about 140 feet. To save us from getting in a wreck, keep other trucks from getting at us. I'm not so worried about myself as much as maybe some of the other trucks that are going to weigh 12 to 15,000 pounds. Somebody comes slamming into the side of you. It's just an accident or not on purpose by no means, or just plain out racing. We got about 1.5 to 2 feet of clearance between me and the other truck. We want to be safe as much as we can. So these are some of the requirements that ChampTruck is put out there for us in their guidelines, and we're adhering to it. We have a safety fuel cell here. It's got a bladder, internal bladder and sides, and shut-off valves. So the tank winds up getting dislodged from the chassis for some reason. All the fuel's contained inside of it, and it doesn't spill on the track. We did a lot of autocrossing back in the day. My uncle raced SCCA Trans Am back in the day. My aunt, she races in the Porsche Club and PCA. Her husband also are pretty high-ranking officials in the East Coast chapter. I've pit crewed for them. I've raced some with Porsche. I've been around it all my life. I've done some racing up at Lime Rock and the Formula Ford stuff, introduction to racing, different things like that. Been a lot of different forms of racing. We've played around with off-road and 4-wheel drive trucks and drag racing. Grew up drag racing, me and my wife. I met her at a drag strip. That gets you an idea where this all comes from.
Right.
It's in your blood. It's in your blood to do this type of stuff.
Right.
To give an opportunity to put truck racing on my resume, to say I did it. If I did it at least once in my lifetime, I took a big semi-truck, went out and raced it on a road course track.
Go ahead and start it up for us.